the holidays are going to be here fast. You've got Thanksgiving, and then, Hanukkah's early, and then you're right into the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. And then I start looking back at all of the articles in the last handful of months about the supply chain. And matter of fact, my window's broken on my SUV, and the back window's broken. It's been broken for a long time. And I keep calling the dealership. I'm like, well, can I bring it in to fix it? And they're like, no, because we don't have the part. Well, where's the parts on a ship in the Suez Canal? So that's what we're looking at, I think, with toys this year when it comes to your kids and toys. Nicole Lappin is here from iHeartRadio's Money Rehab. Nicole, how are you?
Doing great. I love this supply chain talk.
I do, too. I really am fascinated by ships and containers and the loading and unloading process, and then what everybody's doing out at sea for so long, plus where they're stacking them up at our ports. I don't know why I find it oddly fascinating. But what is going to be available should we just think that all products are going to be on this big delay?
Have you been to the port of Long Beach? It's fascinating.
I'm dying to go and have
awesome.
a longshoreman take me around and see. I want to know what's in all those containers.
You and me both, but not a lot of toys in those containers. The supply chain issues are affecting a ton of different things. Furniture delays. If you've been moving lately, you know that it's 16 to 18 weeks compared to 8 to 12 weeks normally. And then chip shortages too, having an effect on computers and appliances. So basically go holiday shopping right now because it's not going to get better.
Because I'll hear you say that. And matter of fact, let me be even more deliberate. I'm having you on this show saying that, and I'll still wait. I'll still forget that you said that, and I'll still wait. What will we be up against if we're in December trying to find something for our niece?
I think that, you know what, you can go and wrap up an apple, potentially. There's not going to be a lot.
No.
By the way, have you guys noticed, you're not imagining, but snacks are the same price right now, but they're smaller. So this is a thing called shrinkflation that's happening. No. It's when a bunch of companies, the cost of goods is more expensive, but to try to offset that, they don't raise the prices because you're sensitive to that, but you're not going all like Nancy Drew or Columbo, I'm an old lady, inspecting how many ounces are in something. So if you're giving Pringles, which you might have to resort to, they're a lot smaller.
Well, I have noticed this in my chip bags that I'll all of a sudden I've eaten an entire bag of chips and thought, I didn't eat that many chips, and the bag's empty.
You're not imagining this.
That's so not fair.
It's Cheerios, it's Lucky Charms, it's
wow.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's diapers, it's Reese's Pieces. Yeah.
And what do we do about that? What can we do about that?
I mean, if you really want to inspect how much bang you're getting for your buck, you can check out ounces and stuff like that. But companies are sneaky. They take a few sheets off a toilet paper roll, or they make ice cream cartons smaller without folks actually noticing.
And I thought I was eating an entire bag of chips and I was beating myself up over it.
Yeah.
All right, Nicole, before you go, I want to ask you something a little specific here. And it has to do, if you know now, you want to come back to us on it. We have a lot of people call in that are in a job, and because of all the things we've been through, they need to make more doing what they've been doing, and they want to ask for a raise. But it's just it's a heart-beating, uncomfortable, sweaty palm conversation. I know even when I have to have serious conversations about the business of our business, I don't like it. And the room's quiet, and I small talk before, and just don't. And I say things, I go, that's a dumb thing to say. Why did you even respond? What are tips for people who really need to go in and they need to make more for what they're doing?
So you can practice in the mirror. You can practice with your dog. Just get it out there before you actually go in the room, and then have a couple of different options. Have money only, and then a perks option, because sometimes getting an expense account or something else could actually be really valuable for you. And that could be a tax write-off for a company. So it's not as much of a big deal as a base and bump salary. And then have a both option. So a little bit of money and a little bit of perks.
Now, what if they say no?
It could be just no for now. The worst thing they can say is no, but the answer is always no if you don't ask. I would love to do role playing with somebody who's curious about this, or I can even get in their ear, like in a little earpiece, and coach them through it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's think. Tubbs, are you looking for a little extra? Because she'll be in your ear. She'll IFB you right up to that raise. Or you can get to the engineering department. Hey, how do you feel about the engineering department? Tubbs, listen, why not?
No.
The worst they can say is no.
This is a labor of love. I'm just here.
What labor of love? You only eat breakfast and rest from your jiu-jitsu matches. That's why you're here.
But
Nicole
really put
Lappin.
together like a list of what you've done, right? This is a business in the end of the day. It's not a charity. And so if there's all these engineering things that Tom has done, like put it together in a little dossier or a little presentation, right? Your boss has their own stuff to do. They're focused on their job. They're not micromanaging.
Hire
and watching
Nicole to
everything
be
you
your
do.
agent. She's good at this, right?
I got you.
All right, listen, Nicole, thank you for coming on. Check out our podcast, wherever you get your podcast. iHeartRadio's got it as well. Take care. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.